Hello, I'm Tim Johnson. I happen to be both a physician and an ordained minister. Welcome Tuesday is a real-life story about a significant resource for both pastors and congregations that couldn't come at a better time. I think you'll see why. Jeff Stafford, pastor of Our Savior's Church, is about to begin another week. Sunday's hours were full of teaching, worship, and reminders of many parishioners and their joys and sorrows as they left the doors with handshakes. Monday, Jeff was happy to have the customary day off, but all the chores and routines of Monday couldn't cover his inner feelings of a kind of nondescript emptiness, maybe even feeling stuck or dry at Our Savior's. Rachel Robinson, pastor at Trinity Church, just yesterday, while trying to get away for a day, got a call from the 5th grade teacher at Central School saying that her son Charlie was having fainting spells during gym class and that he should probably be picked up as soon as possible. It is now Tuesday, and she is worried something could be seriously wrong. But the memorial service for Paul Steiner is at 1:30, and she's really not prepared. It is beginning one more week like so many others. These stories in many shapes and forms in small, large parishes, little towns, big cities, are stories where Tuesdays are the days that pastors often face the coming week with a lot of doubt and uncertainty and worry about how their ministry is going to go this next week. Coincidentally, last Tuesday, retired Episcopalian minister Carl Phillips met John Branch for coffee at Hilltop Restaurant. Carl is a mentor, and John found out about him through Ministry Mentors. Carl is a trained, ordained pastor with many years of experience. He is listening to John and assisting him in telling his story and reflecting upon his places of fulfillment and uncertainty. John and Carl have spent many Tuesdays at Hilltop, and the friendship and the growing trust has been gratifying to both. Pastors are finding new life, spiritual energy is being renewed, and congregations are being strengthened. Pastoral leadership is healthier. Of course, mentors and pastors meet on all days of the week, at all times of the day, in many locations, and in many differing moods of both pain and relief. On Tuesdays, they are more eager to face the rest of the week with confidence that as their short and long-term lives in ministry unfold, they know that Ministry Mentors is their lifeline, and that their own congregations will benefit from their own well-being.
Welcome to Ministry Mentors. I'm Don Fagerberg.
I'm Art Nelson, and I've been associated with Ministry Mentors almost from its beginning.
We started our Ministry Mentors, in order to meet a critical need that was not being addressed by any other organization. Pastors have a tough calling. They need a safe, independent, confidential resource that is available to them that will help them become even more effective as they serve their congregations.
There are hundreds of our clergy being mentored at the present time. Listen as they tell you about their own lives.
I think one of the great strengths and uniquenesses of Ministry Mentors is its ecumenical nature. The fact that pastors across denominations meet together and support one another, and pastors are most often paired with a mentor colleague who is not of the same denomination. I think that kind of safe support is unique to Ministry Mentors, and it would be a great loss if pastors didn't have places outside of their own denominational structures where they could turn to for support and encouragement.
I'm always personally amazed when ministers open up and become vulnerable when they're listened to without judgment and without criticism, receiving the care that they give to so many others in their own ministries. This is the unique gift that Ministry Mentors has to offer, and that's why I'm so happy to be part of it.
Well, I heard of Ministry Mentors through the committee that called me to be the pastor of this church. Part of the understanding of my hire that I would be mentored well by this wonderful organization. I have known from my very first day that I am not alone in ministry of this church, that there is somebody who is not only programmed to be there for me, my mentor, but who also genuinely cares about me as a person genuinely cares about my call as a pastor in God's church, and also genuinely cares about my family.
I think I first heard of Ministry Mentors because there was a brochure at a conference. I also know that some of my other colleagues had either used Ministry Mentors or knew about the program and had told me about it, and it sounded like the kind of thing that I would be wise to take advantage of as a new pastor. For me, the value of Ministry Mentors is that I have someone I can talk with who is confidential, who is in the industry, as well as who can help me see and reflect a big picture of a situation or something that is happening in the congregation. It's someone who's not part of my denomination, and it's someone who is more than a spiritual director or a coach, but can wrap all of the things that I'm looking for into one person and one conversation.
Ministry can not only be stressful in the life of the pastor, but it can also affect the pastor's family as well. Ministry Mentors is desperately needed to come alongside pastors and help walk them through the week. Without Ministry Mentors, many pastors will again be out there isolated, trying to figure out aspects of change, trying to navigate their stressful situation without any levels of support.
We all have colleagues in the ministry, we have family, we have friends who are helpful to a degree, but we need someone who's more objective. We need someone who can understand where we're coming from and cares, but is not really sort of enmeshed with what we're already doing in our lives. I so value the one-on-one relationships that I have in my life related to the ministry and related to my own personal and spiritual life. And without Ministry Mentors, there'd be one less place for that sort of help.
Ministry Mentors has given me an opportunity to relate to pastors and to help them through the stages and experiences that I've already had.
As a young pastor who is just getting his feet wet, I'm always looking for pastors who would be willing to invest their time and energy and offer their wisdom. And Ministry Mentors has allowed me this opportunity to connect with Reverend Jones, and it's been such a helpful experience for me and for I think the larger church and for our ministry.
These scenarios are being repeated often throughout the country, where pastors and mentors are finding each other, where pastors find new life, and as a result, congregations are being strengthened.
I thank God for Ministry Mentors. I thank God for all of the ministers who have been mentors to me. I take seriously the opportunity to be a mentor to others. I think ministry is taught as well as caught, and I think God uses each of us and all of us together to make more of us together than any of us could be apart. I'm grateful to Ministry Mentors and to all who support the ministry of Ministry Mentors.